All right, so welcome to Friday the 13th. What's the temperature? Page 36. We are now back in Scholastic Amazing Word Power, fourth grade. And the first word is tepid. What's the word? Yes, tepid, which means just slightly warm. So, for example, Sophia's cocoa was tepid by the time she drank it. It was hot. She let it sit out for a long time, and all of a sudden, it wasn't hot anymore, but it wasn't cold. It was just slightly warm, almost leaning to the slightly cold side, almost. Okay, again, just slightly warm. We've eaten food where it's been tepid. We need to reheat it, right? Okay, so it's actually a homograph, and I'll explain in a minute. But a great synonym for tepid in terms of temperature is lukewarm, warmish. It's pushing it a little just with the word warm. Warm has a slight different quality to it, okay? An antonym for that would be hot or cold, one extreme. However, tepid is also when you are sort of someone's very very excited and they present something to you and you have a reaction like it's okay, right? So you're sort of uninterested. It's half-hearted, your reaction or your enthusiasm or your emotions, right? Sometimes, look, let's face it, when it comes to homework, right? Sometimes you have a tepid response to it because you don't really want to do it, right? It's okay. So you're unenthusiastic or unexcited, okay? Tepid. Tep-id. Tepid. First syllable, tep. Second syllable, id. Tepid. We can use it more than one way. You got it. It is a homograph. And in terms of the etymology, same thing. Next word is the word sweltering. Old vocabulary word. Okay? Sweltering simply means very hot. The beach is crowded during sweltering weather. All right, so we have some old vocabulary words which are synonyms, right? Scorching, burning, blistering, boiling, sizzling, right? Remember the word scorching. I expect that to be one of those synonyms because that's what we used in the third grade word power, okay? Great antonyms: cool, cold, too basic. You're leaving those out. Frigid and freezing. Frigid was an old vocabulary word as well. That's a great antonym. Okay, so the word is sweltering. So let's go. Sweltering. Sweltering. Okay, let's go. Sweltering. Sweltering. We have two words to mark, two syllables to mark up, two things, underline the and the okay? Look up the etymology, swelter. Okay, so the next word we're going to skip down to number 4. I think I messed up these wads here somehow. Is the word balm. What's the word? Balm. Like lip balm. Now, balm is very interesting. How does that relate to weather? You'll see in a second. All right, but think about when you put lip balm on, right? It has a certain fragrance to it. It has a certain smell. And, it's kind of pleasant. Right? So we'll see how it's related to, the weather in a minute. Balm. Let's go. B-A-O-M. Balm. We use a. So let's go. B-A-O-M. Balm. Like lip balm. And some great synonyms for that are salve, ointment, lotion, although lotion is really something that you put all over your body as opposed to your lips, but you get the idea. But it also, when you put balm on, it gives you relief, it gives you comfort, and that word comfort is key to understanding the next word, how it relates to the weather. Okay, so we have one thing to mark up. Think about it. Excellent. Third sound. Okay. So the next word is the word balmy. What's the word? Excellent. Balmy. If you remember your old vocabulary word with, excuse me, the word temperate, there's a perfect synonym, and I expect it to be there. Balmy. It's pleasantly warm weather. All right. The island weather was so balmy that we never needed jackets. All right. Think about it, right? Mid spring is balmy weather. I'd say early fall is balmy weather. It's just pleasantly warm, sunny, just comforting. So that's what I would think about when it comes to that. Great synonym for balmy is temperate, mild, moderate. The antonym would be wintry or harsh, severe, extreme, something like that. Balmy. Okay? Balm-y. All right, so let's go. First syllable, that's the base word, the root word. Balm. Second syllable, Lee. I'm sorry, we have to go back here. Underline the L twice because technically it's silent. Okay, let's go. Third sound, underline the L twice. Balmy. Okay, what do we do with these two words? Brace. Excellent. Now, the etymology of balm is quite fascinating. Same thing with balmy. So the next word is the word brisk. What's the word? Excellent. Brisk. So brisk is actually a homograph. What does it have to do with the weather? Well, you'll see. All right. So when it's a brisk day outside, it's cold and energizing. You could think of it even late fall, right? When it's not like a rainy day, but just cold but energizing. It's sunny. It's crisp. That's a great synonym. It's fresh. It's invigorating. It makes you feel alive. Okay, it could be reviving. A lot of people put cold water on their face. It's brisk. In other words, it re-energizes them. It wakes them up. All right. So snappy, not this, but something that's jolting, brisk. Okay. Now the other way to use it, it's an adjective as well, but it describes a sort of a person's personality. I'm sorry, pardon me, the way they do something. So how many of you have ever been outside and you walk at a brisk pace? All right, you walk at an energetic, a lively, a fast, quick, or speedy pace, okay? And something that's abrupt is brisk. All right, so how many of you have been in a situation where somebody says something and you just walk away very quickly? You don't like it. You walk away abruptly. You walk away briskly. And no, it's not the iced tea, although they call it brisk because it's very reinvigorating. It's cold. It's refreshing, right? Think about that. That's a great synonym. Again, crisp, fresh, refreshing, invigorating, reviving, snappy. Really makes you feel alive. And again, the way we move, a baby will crawl very slowly, but as they gain their stability, they crawl briskly, and then walking, they lurch, and then they get their grounding, and there you go. Okay, brisk. Let's go. B-r-i-sk. Brisk. All right. We use talk. B-r-i-sk. Brisk. We could use it more than one way. Excellent. It is a homograph. Same etymology. I want to see some incredible visual vocabulary. And the next word is the word humid. What's the word? Oh yeah, humid. Sorry to be channeling Kool-Aid for you guys. But humid is damp and moist. And I want you to think about this. We've all been in humid conditions outside, right? Where we just feel drained and sapped, right? It's heavy, heavy heat, okay? So the humid weather it's one of the advantages. Think about if you've ever seen if you've ever been in a greenhouse before, all right, where it seals in all that heat. That's humidity. It's the weather being the weather conditions being humid. And here's how you could also think about it, right? You take a shower. Notice if you're taking not a brisk shower, that's cold, but a hot shower, right? You have that heat that you feel, that dampness, that moistness that's in the air. And you'll sometimes see the condensation or the dew on your mirror or something like that. But okay. So a great synonym is sticky, muggy, moist, dank, damp, like sometimes going down in a cellar, right? It's more, a lot of times it's cool, but it's dank, it's damp. Steamy is a phenomenal synonym for humid, all right? An antonym would be dry or cool. Probably dry and cool would be the opposite, all right? Okay, so humid. Let's go. Humid. Humid. First syllable, hu. Second syllable, mid. Humid. Okay, so how do we mark this up? Underline the U. The U can say U at the end of a syllable. That is rule 4. What, about a week ago, the temperature was so unseasonable, the conditions, it was very humid. It was 75 degrees. It wasn't just the heat. It was damp and moist. It was heavy. It was sapping, okay? It was muggy outside. And there are some great, great visuals, though, that I expect from you. All right, so the next word, the first wad, number 1, by the way, this is called an octothorpe, not to get off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I learned that the other day. I didn't know exactly what it meant. I knew it had something to do with the number 8. Anyway, the next word is objective. What's the word? You got it. Objective. V. Yes, no, V silent, no, V silent E, sorry. So an objective, we can use it 2 ways, all right? An objective, we sometimes see it on the board. I'll write it on the board. This is what we're supposed to focus on. It's our goal, our purpose, our aim, our intention, our target, what we're supposed to be focusing on, in other words. Okay? So the other way you can use it is when somebody is unbiased or impartial, factual. In other words, they don't let their emotions and their feelings interfere. They go by the facts. Someone who's an objective person. It's rare because we have our feelings, we have our emotions. But here's a great example. The Wright brothers solved the problem of flying. That's an objective fact. No matter what we say, no matter what we feel, that's a fact, and that can't be changed. All right? Here's another objective fact. No matter what our feelings or emotions are, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. That's just a fact. Okay? Water is moist. That's a fact. That's an objective fact. It's unbiased. It's factual. It's the facts. Think of it like this. Objective means facts over feelings. All right? That one. But again, going back to the first definition, a goal, a purpose, an aim, an intention, a target. Objective. And it comes from the word object. But we're not going to go to that. Objective. Objective. Think about in the military, right? They have a certain objective. They have a certain purpose. Let's go. A goal or aim. Objective. And again, the base word would be the word object. We have 2 things to mark up. Underline the V and the silent E twice. Job number 2. We can use it more than one way. It is a homograph. Okay?